प्यारे बच्चों, आपका स्वागत है योगा फॉर कंसंट्रेशन भाग 2 में। हमने अपने भाग 1 में पढ़ा यौगिक प्रैक्टिस यम और नियम के बारे में। आज हम भाग 2 में पढ़ेंगे आसनों के बारे में। अलग अलग आसनों के बारे में जानने से पहले मैं आपको कुछ जनरल गाइडलाइंस के बारे में बताना चाहूँगी। सबसे पहले yogic practice should be done early in the morning, but it can also be practiced in the evening with empty stomach, about 4 hours after any meal. Yoga should not be practiced in hurry when exhausted. They should be practiced in a clean and non-disturbing place on a dari or a mat. Yoga practice should be simple in beginning and gradually proceed to advanced practice. They should be done regularly with sincerity and faith. In yoga, do's and don'ts are very important. अलग अलग आसन करने से पहले अगर हम माइक्रो योगिक एक्टिविटीज़, जिसे हम कहते हैं सूक्ष्म क्रियाएं, वो कर लें तो उससे क्या है कि हमारे शरीर में जो खून का दौरा है, ब्लड सर्कुलेशन है, वो अच्छा हो जाता है। जैसे कि हाथों की उंगलियों को बंद करना, खोलना, कलाइयों को घुमाना, जिसे हम कहते हैं रिस्ट रोटेशन, और उसके बाद शोल्डर रोटेशन पे आना, नेक रोटेशन, गर्दन को आगे पीछे, गर्दन को गोल घुमाना, दाएं बाएं देखना, इसे कहते हैं नेक रोटेशन। तो ये अलग अलग रोटेशंस करनी, फिर पैरों की उंगलियों को गोल गोल घुमाना, पैरों के एंकल से पैर को गोल घुमाना, जिसे हम कहते हैं फुट रोटेशन। तो ये अलग अलग छोटी छोटी अगर हम माइक्रो योगिक एक्टिविटीज, सूक्ष्म क्रियाएं आसन करने से पहले करते हैं तो उससे हमें बहुत फ़ायदा होता है। उसके बाद थोड़ा जब शरीर में हमारे ब्लड सर्कुलेशन अच्छा हो जाता है तो फिर हम सूर्य नमस्कार के अलग अलग पोज कर सकते हैं। सूर्य नमस्कार करते समय आप 2 या 3 बार से शुरू कर 5 बार, 10 बार, या फिर धीरे धीरे आप इसको 50 बार, और अगर आपने बहुत ज़्यादा शारीरिक बल बढ़ाना है तो आप इसको 100 बार तक भी कर सकते हैं। Asana refers to the physical postures performed by coordinating the movement of body and breath to enhance concentration. जब हम आसन करते हैं तो हमारी जो बॉडी की मूवमेंट और हमारे ब्रेथ को कंट्रोल करके हम अलग अलग पोस्चर बनाते हैं, जिससे हमारी कंसंट्रेशन इम्प्रूव होती है। कहा जाता है कि इस धरती पर जितने भी पेड़ हैं, जितने भी पक्षी हैं, लगभग सबके नामों पर आसनों के नाम रखे गए हैं। बहुत सारे आसन हैं, लेकिन उनमें से हम आज केवल 12 आसनों के बारे में जानेंगे। तो चलिए देखते हैं ये कौन कौन से आसन हैं। गरुड़ासन, बद्ध पद्मासन, गोमुखासन, अर्धमस्तिंद्रासन, भुजंगासन, शलभासन, मकरासन, मत्स्यासन, नौकासन, सेतुबंद आसन, हल आसन, और सबका फेवरेट आसन शवासन। तो सबसे पहले हम बात करेंगे गरुड़ आसन की। गरुड़ आसन, दिस आसन इज नेम्ड आफ्टर द बर्ड गरुड़ और ईगल। In this asana, the hands with the arms twisted in front, looking like the beak of an eagle. Garudasana. This asana helps to give static strengthening of the muscles of upper and lower parts of the body, and it enhances concentration and improves balance of our body. Garudasana can be done by the following positions. Stand erect with the feet together, the hands by the sides of the thighs. Balancing on the left foot, raise the right leg, bend the right knee and wrap it around the left leg. Keep the left elbow below and place the palms together in front. Keep the trunk erect and maintain the posture for 5 to 10 seconds, or how much you can. Releasing position. Release the arms, put the right foot down on the floor, come to the straight position, Repeat it by changing the positions of legs and arms like this. Next is Baddha Padmasana. Baddha means bind and Padma means lotus. It creates inner peace, it improves concentration and reduces pain in shoulders, arms and back region. First of all, sit with the legs extended in front. Fix the right foot on the left thigh and the left foot on the right thigh. Now you achieved, this is your Padmasana, Poon Padmasana. Now if you are flexible enough, you can take the arms behind the back and cross them. Hold the right big toe with the right hand and the left big toe with your left hand. And if you can do this, you can maintain this posture for 5 to 10 seconds. Now, when you have to release the position, you have to release the toes, bring the arms by the side of your body, release the foot lock, sit with the legs extended in front and relax. Next asana is Gomukhasana. Go means cow and mukh means mouth or face. In this asana, the position of the legs look like the face of a cow. Hence, it is called Gomukhasana. It increases concentration and induces inner peace. Sit with the legs extended in front. Bend the right leg at the knee. Bring the right foot to the left side and place it close to the left buttock. Fold the left leg in the knee. Bring the left foot to the right side and place it close to the right buttock. Take the left arm over the left shoulder and the right arm behind the back. Clasp the fingers of both hands at the back. Sit in this position for 10 to 15 seconds. Now, while releasing the position, release the fingers, bring the arms on the side of the body, release the left leg and extend it, release the right leg and extend it and come to the starting position. Ardha Mastendrasana. This asana derives its name from Yogi Mastendranath, who first taught this asana to his students. Since the full posture is difficult to be practiced, its simplified form has been popularized and is known as Ardha Mastendra Asana. It helps to bring the trunk and muscles in tone. It reduces digestive problems. First of all, sit on the floor with legs extended in front. Bend the right leg and place the right foot near the left buttock. The outer edge of the foot must touch the ground. Bend the left leg at the knee and place the left foot flat on the floor near outside of the right knee. Bring the right arm over the left knee and hold the left foot with the right hand. Slowly twist the trunk to the left side and take the left arm behind the back and wrap it around the waist. Turn the head towards the left and look back. Maintain the position for 5 to 10 seconds. Now releasing position is turn the neck and bring the head to the center. Place the arm by side of the body. Straighten the legs and extend them in front and relax. Next is Bhujangasana. Bhujang in Sanskrit means cobra. This asana makes the spine flexible. It solves many digestive problems. It helps in enhancing focus. Or lie flat on the stomach on the floor with the forehead touching the floor. Extend the arms along the body. Bend the arms at the elbow. Place the palm by the sides of the shoulders on the floor. Inhaling slowly, raise the head, neck and shoulders. Raise the trunk up to the navel and arch the back. Maintain the posture for 10 to 15 seconds. Releasing position, exhaling slowly, bring down the upper body and then the head and the chin. Place the forehead on the floor. Straighten the arms and keep them by the side of the body and relax. Next is Shalvasana. In Sanskrit, Shalva refers to locust. Locust means grasshopper and asana means posture. The final posture of this asana resembles a grasshopper. It is a good exercise for legs, thighs and hips. Lie flat on the stomach, legs together, hands by the side of the thighs, palm facing downwards. Place the hands under the thighs. While inhaling, raise both the legs upward as high as possible. Maintain the position for 5 to 10 seconds and releasing the position in the same way. Next is it is a relaxing posture. It induces peace and brings harmony. It's very easy to perform. Just lie down on the floor with your face down, fold your hands and put your forehead on your hands and extend your toes outward. Next is Matsyasana. Matsya means fish. In this asana, the body takes the posture of a floating fish. Hence, it is called Matsyasana. This posture gives a gentle exercise to the spine and makes the body flexible. Sit in Padmasana in a comfortable position. Now, bend backward, supporting the body with arms and elbow. Lift the chest, take the head back, place the middle part of the head on the ground, hold the big toes and elbow must touch the ground. Releasing position. With the help of the elbows, lower the chest and bring the head to touch the ground. Unlock the legs, come back to the sitting position in Padmasana. Next is Naukasana. Naukasana in Sanskrit means boat. The final position in this asana resembles a boat. It removes nervous tension and brings relaxation. Lie flat on the back, keep the heels and the feet together. The arms must be by the side of the body and the palms resting on the ground. While inhaling slowly, raise the legs. Simultaneously, raise the head and trunk up to 45-degree angle. Stretch and raise the arms up and maintain the position for 5 to 10 seconds. The people who are suffering from cervical pain, they should not raise their head. Releasing position. While exhaling, slowly bring the head and trunk down on the floor. Slowly bring down the legs and arms on the floor and relax. Next is Setu Bandhasana. Setu Bandha means formation of bridge. It strengthens the lower back. It relieves tension and stiffness of our body. Lie spine with the legs together, arms by the side of the body and palms resting on the floor. Fold both legs at the knees with the soles of the feet placed on the floor and heels together to the buttocks. Hold both the ankle joints firmly with hands or place both hands near heels. Raise the thighs and spine upwards and in a comfortable position. Keep the neck and the shoulders firmly on the floor. Maintain the posture at your comfort level. Releasing position. Release the hold of the ankles, lower the thighs down on the floor, strengthen and extend the legs. Bring the legs together and arms by the side of the body. Next is Halasana. Hal in Sanskrit and in Hindi means plow. It exercises thyroid glands. It helps in increasing the height of the children. Lie in spine position, legs together and arms beside the body. Keep the knees straight. Raise the legs up to 30-degree angle. Raise the legs still further up to 90-degree angle. With the support of the hand, raise the trunk and lower the legs over the head. The toes must touch the ground, but you will reach this position after few days performing the asana. Slowly lower the back and buttocks to the ground and gradually bring the legs to the starting position. Next and last asana is favorite asana of all, that is Shavasana. This is a relaxing posture. It eliminates fatigue and brings peace and harmony by relaxing the body and mind. You have to lay down in a very relaxing position on the ground and just feel that your whole body is relaxing. We have completed all the 12 asanas. Now there is an activity for you. You have to try to perform all these asanas. It will take just 15 to 20 minutes to perform all these asanas in your daily routine. Till now, we have covered the following yoga practice: Yam and Niyam in our part 1 and Asan in part 2. Now in part 3, we will perform Kriya, Pranayama, Pratyahar and meditation. This is the end of part 2. Thank you very much. See you in part 3.